What's up, guys? Wanted to answer a question that came in through the email, and it's about a coach who's subleasing space in a Globo gym. He's having some trouble with the manager, and I get this question from coaches who want to start their own business, and they don't really have the funds to go and rent a warehouse space or a garage, so they sublease space, and sometimes it works out great. And in this case, it doesn't work out, so I'm going to give some advices. And if you notice in the in the image for the video, I posted up a book from Jay Abraham called "Getting Everything You Can Out of All You've Got." So that's a great book for this circumstance and for any strength coach out there who wants to get a little bit more business knowledge bombs. Time to read. All right. So this coach says, Zach, I've been operating a quote-unquote functional fitness and powerlifting barbell club out of a Globo gym for the past 14 months. All of my athletes have achieved enormous success, not only in strength, but in overall well-being. The struggle is that my gym owner views what we are doing as no different than any other type of class offered at the gym. I love my athletes to death. Many of us have become very close friends. My owner often participates in our workouts and has done very well at progressing herself. However, when it's one-on-one boss/employee, the vibe is implied that anyone can teach this stuff, and I feel like there is no respect given for the amount of years I've spent busting my ass, pursuing more certifications, and sacrificing time, family, and energy. Sorry about that, guys. A little phone call interruption. So let's get back to that question. It has been even said to me that it's my own fault for taking on this quote barbell club, but they simply cannot pay me for that. I love what I'm doing, but this other side of the equation really tears me up inside. Thanks for the advice. Okay, my man, keeping the name, and of course got my favorite Rambo shirt. I'm keeping the name private just so in case your manager is watching. So here's what's going on is I just posted a podcast where I shared a piece of wisdom that Mark Bell said his dad taught him, which is always be looking for your next job. So right now you're working at a Globo gym. I'm not sure if you have another job or a full-time job or you're coaching elsewhere, but it sounds like you put your heart and soul into this. Usually the things that we do as strength and conditioning coaches will not fit into this common Globo gym. At my first location, I was next to a gym that was a powerlifting bodybuilding gym. And when I was training athletes out of my garage, the owner said, hey, man, rent from me. Pay me $200 a month, $250 a month, something like that. This is 2005 or so. He told me that. He's like, do whatever you want. You're under my insurance. And he had many trainers in there. He never said a thing to them, but that was a powerlifting bodybuilding gym. Sounds like you're in a facility that has multiple classes, and what the response that you're getting is similar to what you hear kids say to people like myself, parents say to myself, well, he's lifting at school, or he does all that stuff at school, or the coach will say, we do all that stuff. Well, listen, it's not all the same, and what you've got to do is you're talking about how you've changed the lives. Do you have a website? If not, build yourself a free website. Or Squarespace, I've heard, is great. Get testimonials on video and screenshot any like positive testimonial success story that comes through Facebook or email or Instagram. So you should have Instagram, you should have YouTube and Facebook. And you should get a website sharing all those success stories. And while you're working at this one place that's not working out for you, you should be consistently looking for another local Globo gym that you could sublease space from. You might even be able to sublease space in a CrossFit gym that might not be too busy. And if you're training athletes, they're usually not busy around 3 o'clock, 3:30. So you might be able to rent that space for an hour, hour and a half and get 2 groups in there. So you need to showcase your success stories. You need to not allow somebody else to hold you down and to bring you down and to kind of keep you there. So it's up to you to get up and make it happen and to find another facility or location that you could sublease space from. And I've said this many times before to aspiring coaches or existing coaches, don't jump the gun. Don't go and open up a facility and think all of a sudden you're going to be crushing it. It's a lot deeper than that. you have to find the correct location. You got to really do an assessment, education process, and or certification, and be savage. There's a lot of certifications out there. Obviously, I'd love to see you go through undergroundstrengthcert.com. But Nesta is who I'm partnered with. They've got multiple certifications. My buddy Josh Bryant works with ISSA, which is what Dr. Squat, Dr. Fred Hatfield created. So those are great certifications. NSCA, of course, CSCS. But back to your business issue right here is just find a way to make it happen, and keep crushing it. Don't let the negativity crush you. And when you find this next space, then you can let this manager know that you'll be leaving. And the bottom line is, I look at these things in a very black and white manner. What's the best thing to do for your members, your students, your athletes? If it's not beneficial for them, then you're not in the right place. It's all about the kids. And I have left organizations and whatever we want to call these things, institutions, because they weren't all about what's the best thing for the kids. Oftentimes it's about saving money. And look, I run a business myself, so I know about trying to save money. But when I've got the best person for the job, then I'm paying that person well and I'm making it happen. But right now, you're an independent guy, and it's up to you to make it happen. So I want to give you some books that I'm going to recommend as well. First off, any age limit on becoming a strength coach? Is 44 too old? No, not at all. If you've got a lot of energy and you've got great skill and you want to keep learning, I don't think there's such a thing as too old. Gary Larson is probably one of the oldest guys that have ever been through my certification. I'm not sure how old he was, but he was somewhere in his 60s, and he did the certification in Texas, which was crazy hot. So let me see if I can flip the camera around here. Yes, I can. And let's show you some books that you should be reading. This book was gifted to me, Make Your Bed. I mentioned this book in the beginning. Anything by Jay Abraham. He also has a podcast. Business books. Willpower Doesn't Work. You want to start getting into some masterminds and getting into groups that energize you and charge you up. Right now, you're in a battery draining situation. That being said, come to the Strong Life Experience. This is a great book. This is just what's on my desk. This is from Josh Bryant. All his training books are great. This right here is the book that's really guiding me a lot. Craig Ballantyne's also my business coach. This is a great training book that'll fire anybody up. This is Joe DeSena's new book, which I just like to flip it open anywhere to read a sentence, or not a sentence, a page, 2 pages, a paragraph. Just open it up anywhere, and I believe it's coming out tomorrow, 9/4. What's the next book here? This is my gratitude journal, goal-setting journal. It's where I write about perfect day and perfect life, gift of injury, desk-bound. A lot of great books. Keys to Progress is definitely a classic. Business books, I would say this to my friend who asked this question. Get Operation Thunder. That's my business course where I talk about kind of the guerrilla marketing methods I use to open up my gym and start up my gym. A lot of those marketing methods are even more applicable today because people crave the person-to-person contact. They're kind of tired of just talking to people behind a computer. So there's a lot of in-person stuff from Operation Thunder. But that's it, my man. Make it happen. This was a little bit long-winded. If you have any more questions, hit me up. And guys, Strong Life Experience, let me show you guys what's up with it. Strong Life Experience is coming to Boston. Right here, it's for all coaches, guys. A lot of people tell you that this is how you have to run your gym. This is how you have to run your business. This is what success is. Not true. You define your own success. You come up with your own definition. And you don't have to run your business in any other manner minus ethically. Don't copy other people. So it's a blend of training, a blend of business, and organization and strategy. You guys could see here, I organize my calendar by the months. I have the big events that come up. I have kind of like my value systems up front. Over there's a little bit of a mind mapping that I do. And those are the things that I teach at the Strong Life Experience, along with training, along with getting you to stop really comparing yourself to other people. And I found that when you are who you are, like you follow, when you live your truth, that's when quote-unquote success comes. So that's it, guys. Talk to you soon. Strong Life Experience, pretty simple. Going to be in Boston. Hit me up with any questions, undergroundstrengthcoach@gmail.com. Take it easy.